Hey, what's up? Today I'm gonna talk about cities in Vietnam that I would actually live. These are my personal choices of cities that I find it very amazing, very interesting to live. Maybe it's your surprise, but I'm not including Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City here. Ho Chi Minh City is also known as Saigon, yes? I prefer more like a laid back place, especially if I have to handle day by day situations. I just want to be in the beach or I want to go to the mountains and just relax and have a peaceful walk. So let's go to the cities, let's check them out. So the first city in the list is Dalat. Dalat is around 5 to 6 hours from Saigon up north, and it's in the what we call the Vietnamese highlands. It used to be a colonial getaway because Saigon is in the south. It's in the same line as Thailand, like Bangkok, Phnom Penh, so it can get pretty hot. The French, they were not so used to tropical weather, so they want to run away from this heat. So that's why they moved to Dalat during the peak dry seasons. You can see it everywhere. I mean, they have this colonial architecture, they have these large boulevards and beautiful parks, very cozy cafes, and it's really nice. I mean, and they have this lake in the middle of the city because the city also has a lot of beautiful nature around it. You have these tall pine trees, flower gardens, and it's very nice. I mean, it's a lot of green everywhere, and they have this very European vibe city, but it looks like it's kind of a mixture of somewhere in the Alps, and you mix it with Southeast Asia. And I'm gonna say it from the start. I'm not a guy that loves the heat. I mean, anything over 27 degrees is already too hot. And the irony is that I'm here in Southeast Asia at the moment as I'm traveling around. To live in a long-term basis, Dalat is really good because it's a type of city in Southeast Asia that you can actually wear a hoodie or you can, face at most 25 or 27 degrees Celsius. Dalat also is a very interesting place because they have these museums and attractions. For example, they have like the Crazy House, which is like kind of a museum that is a mix of if Gaudi and Alice in the Wonderlands, they had like a baby. So you enter this place and everything is like upside down, or you have this very narrow stairways, and you can see the city from the top. It's also for the Vietnamese people. It's a very common place to spend the honeymoon because it's a very romantic, like this very. There's flowers everywhere, and there is also this elegant vibe and the architecture. So it's a very beautiful. It's a very beautiful place to be, and it's definitely one of my recommendations if you want to live in Vietnam and you want to run from the chaos. So yes, definitely Dalat is one of your choices. Now there is a city it's very nice. It's one of my favorite cities in Vietnam actually to go. Is Nha Trang. Nha Trang is a coastal city. It's very small and it's between Da Nang and the other most famous cities, coastal cities of Vietnam, like Mui Ne or Phan Xipang. Nha Trang is actually basically Da Nang if it was like in a miniature. You have a lot of tourists living there, especially Russians, so it's not like really authentic or really, like all Vietnamese only, locals only. You also have a lot of Koreans. They come in the high season for going to the beach and as a tourist, like Chinese also, they go there a lot. But the beaches there, they're really clean and they're really beautiful, to watch. And you have a lot of nature around as well. You have this very big waterfall called Ba Ho Waterfalls, where they have even like these small pools in the rock formations. And you can easily go by motorbike or even with a tour guide. I recommend you to go there because even the trekking from it's like in a natural reserve. So from the beginning into the rocks, you don't need to go to the top of the waterfall, but you can just go slowly if you cannot, like walk to the top. But it's very worth it. And I enjoyed a lot when I was in Nha Trang for the first time. They have this very historical setting as well because it used to be one of the cities of the Champan Empire, and they have this Po Nagar, if I'm not mistaken, this ancient site where you can see a lot of ruins. You can walk around the ruins. You can see some exhibitions, and you can see people like local Champa people dancing traditional dances and they dress in the traditional clothes. So it's very unique because we have this very modern city, but not huge place. You have the beautiful beach, and also have all this nature and in history behind it. So that Trang also is one of my recommendations for you. The last one I give it, it's not like, okay, I have to confess to you, it's not like that small, but it's not like huge, not very big. It's Da Nang. I think Da Nang is maybe the only big city that I would live in Vietnam. And there's a reason why. Because Da Nang can, it's all about the balance, you know? You have like a very beautiful, large sand beach with waves you can surf or you can just chill, relax. You have all this atmosphere of people of because you have a lot of expat communities there, like digital nomads, entrepreneurs. So you have like yoga on the beach, you have like workshops and gatherings, and it's all about the friendliness, the relaxed vibe. But it's not like really like relaxed, but it's not oppressive either. So it's very nice to be there. So I feel it's like much cheaper also compared to big cities like in the coast here in Southeast Asia. So you can easily spend your days just relaxing by the beach or just walking around, especially if you are in Mike area, which is the area where most foreigners they live. It's like stretching from north to south. It reminds me of kind of, you know, reminds me of like that's why they say maybe because it's the Miami of Southeast Asia, but only with the good parts in my opinion, because you don't have like only fan girls and gym bros trying to sell your course. So it's much more relaxed and much more, I don't know, it gives you like like it makes you go out on the street and be happy about it. In Da Nang also you have like this big Guan Yin statue, which kind of reminds me of like the Christ in Brazil, like with the open arms, but she's like blessing the city of Da Nang like that. So it's a very unique spot and very beautiful, especially during sunset. And you can see from Da Nang, you can easily go to Bana Hills, which is like something out of this world. It's like amazing. You have like this bridge. It's like the famous picture of the bridge with the open hands like that. And then you have also like a lot of buildings, like castles. It looks like magic, everything around it. It's not very far. You can easily actually book a taxi drive or a car for 500,000 dongs or cheaper, which is around maybe $20, like for a full tour. And Da Nang is between Hue, which is the imperial capital of Vietnam, one of the imperial capitals of Vietnam, and Hoi An, which is like the Vietnamese Venice because of the canals and the lantern festivals, and it's very beautiful. Everything, central Vietnam where Da Nang is located, is a very interesting and very beautiful place. So totally I would live there if I have to choose. So you tell me which place you think is more interesting? Would you choose like something in the mountains like Dalat, or even like a big city but more balanced, foreign friendly like Da Nang? Thank you very much for watching and see you on the next trip. Goodbye.